Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Prospects Live at the MLB Draft Combine. And I am joined by Michael Salina here from St. Bonaventure. Michael, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. Good. How's this Combine experience been for you, and what do you think the biggest benefit of attending this event is?
It's been great. Being in Arizona is definitely a lot of fun. Having us placed in a really nice place, and I would say the biggest thing about this for me is meeting with teams, getting comfortable with them, and then that's for me right now since I'm injured, and it's been a big part of it. So it's been good.
It's the business side, right?
Yeah,
and
the business
all
side.
The things you need to.
Business stuff. So got to handle those little things before the draft.
Absolutely. So obviously you're coming off Tommy John surgery. How's the recovery been? How many weeks past surgery are you, and kind of where are you at in the recovery process right now?
10 weeks post-op currently. I got surgery April 7th from Dr. Meister, who did a tremendous job and just progressing their program they gave me. And doing PT back home has been really well, and I've progressed really efficiently, and I've hit all my benchmarks with range of motion, strength, and all that stuff. So I feel like I'm progressing really good. I'm excited for the next part of it.
Yeah, all going smooth, it sounds like.
Yep.
I saw an awesome video on Twitter that I just have to bring up, and it's the comeback, man. As you're squatting 400 pounds at the safety bar 4 weeks post-op.
Yeah.
Is that just the kind of guy you are? Most guys who get TJ aren't doing that.
Yeah, I always just try to since being from a smaller school and I guess under recruit, I've always tried to find an edge since I was younger. And the moment I was able to do leg stuff was I think 3 weeks after surgery I was back attacking it. So doing little stuff like that just to get my legs stronger. So when I come back and throw, I get a little more maybe velo or last longer in games, all that stuff. So it's trying to get my legs as strong as possible while rehabbing elbow.
Do what you can when
you
can.
Do what you can, exactly. Take advantage of what you can do and just make the most of it.
So that brings me into kind of my next question. So with TJ, you hear 12 months or whatnot, give or take. What are you going to do in the next year to kind of return even better than before? Because you've been given this gift in a way. Obviously the injury is not a gift, but you have a month or a year to really attack your deficiencies and find a way to come back even better than you were beforehand. What are some things you're looking at throughout the recovery to kind of improve upon?
Yeah, I'm just viewing it as a blessing in disguise, kind of like you said, to have all that time to really focus on rehab and recovery. During this time, it's, I'm not going to be able to throw for a while, obviously, so I'm trying to optimize my body as much as possible, especially after 12 weeks. It's pretty much full going to weight room. So from now until when I get drafted and with the team, their player development, it's all going to be about just maximizing the recovery and just trying to get my body in the best shape possible. So when I go back on the mound, be even better. So
you're going to be obviously in good hands with professional baseball, right? So
I'm
once you have access to all of those,
I'm excited for that
avenues. I'm sure that they'll help so much with that. But that's cool that your thought is along the lines of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough way to look at it, but that kind of shows the mental skills you must have developed over the last couple of years. The mental game of baseball is obviously so hard. Have you been able to deal with injuries and maybe even failure in the past, and how's that kind of motivated you?
Yeah, I would say just failure comes with baseball. Obviously, you're gonna fail a lot. It's just a part of it. You just gotta embrace the failure. Obviously you don't want to fail, but at the same time, you're okay, you failed, make the adjustments for the next, for pitcher's next outing, and then just build from what you learn. Use the failure as a learning experience. That's what I do whenever I fail.
Yeah, we can even see it in your brief kind of game log this year, right? First outing, shaking the rust off or whatnot, and then after that, you're absolutely lights out for the next couple starts during your season. Do you use bad outings as motivation heading into the next week?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. My next question kind of revolves around, man. Obviously, one of the higher velocity guys you're going to see out there. Do you think that anyone can throw 102 miles an hour, or do you have to have a couple things going for you to be able to do that?
I don't know if anybody could throw 102, but I would say you have to get to that level of velocity. I think you really need to really attack not just baseball, but off the field stuff nutrition, diet, sleep, recovery. I think that plays just as much of a factor as what you do when you're in your catch play and your strength and conditioning. So
do you take careful notes on everything that you're doing as far as nutrition, weight room? Do you follow very strict plans with that?
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty routine with that for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely helped me in college, especially just developing that routine and just staying consistent. It's been the two most important things that I've done, and it's helped me gain velo and become a better player.
Yeah. Are you a analytics and statistics guy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
We have a rep soto at school, so we'll look at the data sometimes, but I'm not like obsessed with it. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like I'll just look at it, and like if they tell me like, hey, if you do this, it'll help. Like, obviously, they take what they say.
Use it as an aid, not an end all
as an
be all.
aid, aid and all be all. Yeah,
Absolutely. Do you want to go over some pitch grip super fast? Got a baseball right behind you. Talking about fastball grip to start out, what you're trying to do with it, and then what you're going to see out of your fastball.
Yeah, so four-seam fastball. Just trying to like rip it and let it ride, have that natural ride. Slider, like get on this horseshoe and just rip it too. Same thing, just like out, twist, and then change up. I had a circle change grip this year, so just get on these two laces and just like. Obviously, it's a new pitch I've developed, so I'm still like doing trial and error, but I feel like it's developed a lot. It's just like here and then just like a circle change, just like flash it like that.
Absolutely,
That's how it was this year.
Have you always been kind of a supinator or a pronator, or kind of in between the both?
I'd say probably more of a supinator, I guess.
Spin it pretty well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. My last kind of question before we get into some of the more fun stuff is you're at a mid-major, right? And you've been at mid-majors for your whole baseball career. Do you think that kind of motivates you / puts a chip on your shoulder because you might have been under-recruited, coming out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think it plays a big part of it, honestly. I didn't have much in high school. Like, you see all these other kids get to, like, USA and perfect game All-Americans, and I was, like, nobody. So, like, I feel like with that, it's I definitely use that as like motivation, like being someone I was like overlooked and undersized growing up, and just like always had that chip on my shoulder, like going to a small school. So
yeah, I mean this past year you've really made a name for yourself, right? So that recognition is finally coming, and that must be a nice feeling that is proving you're on the right track.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
Moving into some kind of more fun topics here. What was your walkout song this year, and why did you choose it?
Have a walkout song. I didn't have time to make one because like I hurt, and our first home weekend was 2 weeks after.
I didn't realize that.
Couldn't even make my walkout song.
Such a shame.
We played on the road for the first we played on the road like I think the first 6 weeks
weather,
this
right?
year. Yeah. It's snowing in April, so it's like
I should have done a little more research. What was yours last year?
It was some old rock song.
Okay. Are you more of a cardio or a lifting guy? I have a feeling I know the answer.
Definitely lifting.
Cardio
is important too.
I haven't talked to a single pitcher who prefers cardio. And I don't know if I'll talk to anyone who prefers cardio.
No, yeah, definitely hammering the weights.
Yeah. What team did you grow up rooting for?
I grew up a Yankee fan.
Okay.
I was,
what's your favorite ballpark food?
Burger.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Absolutely. Favorite current song?
Rooster, Alice in Chains.
Yeah. That's a good walk-up song right there.
Yeah, it is.
About it to be in the rotation.
Yeah.
And then lastly, who's your baseball GOAT and why?
Ohtani.
Okay.
Because he's a top pitcher and hitter in the best league in the world. It's like no one's ever done what he's done. I mean, the guy's sensational. It's like
Did you swing it pretty well in high school?
I could hit for sure.
Yeah. Do you ever have like two-way like dreams? Like you're like, dang, I wish I could hit still.
Not anymore, no.
Yeah.
In high school, I did a little bit, but
grew out of that one.
Yeah, I grew out of that.
Hitting's hard, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to shout out your social media so that people know where they can find you?
Instagram, my name, Michael Salina, and then Twitter, I think it's Michael Salina 27.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it, and can't wait to kind of cheer you on through this process
the
next year too.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for interviewing me.
Absolutely, man.